Willkommen bei Genshin Impact. Ja, ich habe so beschlossen, wir machen die Hauptstory, also die Fontänen Story. Die restliche Story kann ich ja schlecht machen wegen ich habe sie schon gespielt leider. Also ich könnte sie nur wiederholen, wenn ich einen komplett neuen Spielstand machen würde. Aber in dem Fall machen wir dann hier einfach weiter. Hui. Ich glaube, wir waren hier zuletzt mit Deja.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahida's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Ach, konnten wir das? Du hast ein gutes Gedächtnis, Paimon. Oder vielleicht sind wir bei einem Spaziergang in der Wüste an diesen Ort gelangt. Ja, das kommt.
So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahida's in charge, right?
Möglich?
Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Solange wir noch in der Gegend sind, ist das schwer vorherzusagen.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next?
Bestimmt auf richtig große Probleme.
Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Sieh mal im Spiegel. Ich dachte, du wärst der Magnet.
Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out.
Dann hast du nicht viel Ereignisse im Leben hinter dir, meine Liebe.
Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Zeit nach Fontänen aufzubrechen.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Na klar.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey.
Was sie recht hat.
But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
Wir werden Sumeru bald verlassen und uns auf den Weg nach Fontänen machen. Lebe wohl, Deja.
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
Ja, irgendwie schon traurig.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Geleitschutz von Deja? Das ist doch ganz interessant.
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Aber wir kommen nicht in die Wüste.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle.
Nee, ich teleportiere mich einfach.
So, when are you leaving?
Genau jetzt.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
Was ein Trottel. Wer bist du, NPC Nummer 57?
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party or anything. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
Tut mir leid.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
Nahida kann auch in Träumen von unserer Abreise erfahren, oder? Alter, wie unfreundlich du bist.
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Mach's gut, wir sehen uns, Dea.
Goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Tschüss, Sumeru. Deine erste Hälfte war unbeschreiblich, aber die andere Hälfte... Ich hasse Wüsten. Nur noch mehr. Nachdem ihr die Angelegenheiten in Sumeru erledigt habt, kommt... Ah, nee! Was, jetzt sind wir hier? Aha. Aber nee, diesmal fliege ich hier nicht rüber. Diesmal mache ich das ein bisschen schlauer. Nein. Dann geht's hier weiter. Ah, ich verstehe. Hier unten. Hui! Oh Gott, wir fallen ganz schön lange. Jetzt mache ich die Schraube. So. Okay, aber schwimmen können wir noch nicht.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it. Oh, this must be Fontaine's port.
Nein, es wird wahrscheinlich der Hafen von Mondstadt sein.
Wow, everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines.
Ja, ungefähr so habe ich es mir vorgestellt. Es ist beeindruckender, als ich es mir vorgestellt habe.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do.
Wir gehen nach Schnechenaya.
What do you think?
Besuchen wir als erstes den Hydroarkon.
Good idea. Nahida gave us loads of useful information.
Ja, weiß ich nicht.
Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Wir machen diese Reise, um meinen Bruder zu finden. Und um nach der Wahrheit zu suchen.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality. Whatever that means.
Sie scheint ein sehr anstrengender Arkon zu sein.
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Die scheinen auf dem Date zu sein. Wir sollten sie nicht stören.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a...
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about...
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that...
Really? Like a real trial? But...
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage... Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
Also werden die Verhandlungen als eine Art Oper betrachtet.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting some...
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to wait. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Eine von der Göttin des Wassers erschaffene gerichtliche Vorrichtung? Ist das legendäre Land der Gerechtigkeit?
Pure trees? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we could wait. Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we...
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Huh. I think what they mean is that they wish to... In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Im Voraus anmelden?
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? What?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
Ich auch.
Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Und ich habe noch nicht einmal was von ihr gehört.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more...
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Die Einwohner von Fontaine scheinen den Hydro Archon sehr zu mögen. Dennoch scheint es ihnen ein wenig an Ehrfurcht zu fehlen.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime.
Genau, aber fresst mir nicht alles weg.
Hey, what are you looking over there for?
Das Mädchen dort drüben. Sie steht schon dort eine ganze Weile ganz alleine rum. Was für ein Mädchen?
Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Oh, das ist doch, Linné, glaube ich. Ein neuer Charakter.
Maybe we better go check on her.
Ja, sollten wir vielleicht, aber ich glaube nicht, dass es so was Dramatisches sein wird. Preludium von Blanchard und Neukron. Oh Gott. Ich stell mich mal so vor. Oh nein! Mist. Ich kann nicht so mit ihr sprechen. Okay, was gibt's zu sagen, junge Dame?
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Ha, hab ich doch gesagt, das wird nichts Schlimmes sein.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Seid ihr diese besonderen Wasserwesen aus Fontaine?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, The water is gradually swallowing our memories.
Und ihr Bruder zeigte auf das Meer und sagte, auf der anderen Seite des Meeres sind nur Feinde.
It won't be long before it swallows us.
Und danach werden die Feinde auf ihrer Seite zu sein.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Schau Attack on Titan.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oha, neuer.
And you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nett, eure Bekanntschaft zu machen.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the traveler. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Ja. Du hast ja auch gefühlt kein... Ach, egal. Du sprichst ja die ganze Zeit für mich, Paimon, weil du mir die Worte aus dem Mund stehlst. Ja.
So that's how you think it is?
Ja.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Parallele.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Was geht denn vor sich?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still...
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Hallo. Hallo, Linné. Schön, dich kennenzulernen.
And hello, Paimon.
Brauchst du nicht die Hand geben.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making...
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon.
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here.
Das klingt doch natürlich ganz nett.
Please, follow me.
Wir folgen dir auf Schritt und Tritt. Bisschen schneller könnte es auch gehen. Gut. Ja, die beiden wirken doch ganz nett. Sie hier wirkt ein bisschen geheimnisvoll. Aber im Ernst, fällt euch nicht dieser Baum im Hintergrund auf? Der ist ja überall.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Oh, oh. Was für ein Auftritt.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
Tja, das würde ich auch gerne
My
wissen.
dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all.
raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, 2 unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
Nein, Paimon. Keiner hier scheint ein Glas zu haben.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my... I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Nun, den Arkon zu finden war diesmal echt einfach.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? Miss Hydro Archon?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Ah, da ist doch der NPC Nummer 57. Der uns vorhin aufgelauert hat. Er ist also auch hier.
Oh, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Und betont ihren Status als Arkon sehr gern. Oh Gott, das hat ihr nicht gefallen.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Hör mal auf, so eine Show abzuziehen.
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Ja, da kannst du bei mir lange warten.
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Schande!
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Ein Duell?
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would...
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy. And you may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Ein Beyblade-Duell oder ein Yu-Gi-Oh-Duell oder ein Pokémon-Duell. Ich schicke Paimon vor. Paimon! Mach eine Paimon-Attacke.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Dann zeig mir, was du kannst. Duelle mit Arkonten kenne ich ja schon. Nein, eigentlich bisher nur mit einem. Dann zeig mir, was du kannst. Oha.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
Ja, Respekt hast du dir noch nicht verschafft. Das musst du mir erst mit deinen Taten beweisen, meine junge Dame.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Sie hat sich ja mit mir angelegt.
Stand down, Florent. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit old to tell the
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Oh,
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand...
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Wir sind gerade erst hier angekommen.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Offensichtlich.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, scheiße. Oh, nee.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
Ich dachte, du bist der Hydra-Archon.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy! How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow...
Oho. Oha, was machst du da? Er hat sich verbunden.
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
In dem Moment als... Aha. Er ist smart, der Junge.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good.
I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charge is no longer...
Ausgekontert.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here...
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. But when there are valid grounds, I won't butt even the gods of other lands.
Oh nein.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette.
problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Du wusstest schon, dass es so ablaufen würde?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina...
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Ja, es war gerade ziemlich verwirrend. Ist sie wirklich vernünftig?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make... It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine.
But isn't the Opera House...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people... And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Das wäre mir ein großes Vergnügen.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Zögere nicht, mir Bescheid zu geben, wenn du Hilfe brauchst.
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people.
Ja, klar, können wir machen.
What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked, I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy... It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any...
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But... in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Das Meer überflutet nach und nach diese Erinnerung. Und danach sind wir an der Reihe.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine should... We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started as a magical item. These magic pockets have...
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day!
Wenn die
This is more than a bit of rain.
Wenn die Prophezeiung wahr ist, lässt sich diese Katastrophe wirklich nicht abwenden?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby.
Okay, aber das machen wir im nächsten Part von Genshin Impact. Also verabschiede ich mich fürs Erste.